U.S. to freeze all assets belonging to Miyetti Allah and sanction. Let us listen to a learned Yoruba person who is international journalist
have met
as well.
in Kaduna to review
His
prevailing
response to the
security
media.
concerns and strengthen counter-terrorism strategies across the region. They met alongside their counterparts from the FCT, Niger and Plateau states in a session hosted by the Kaduna DSS Command focused on enhancing intelligence sharing, improving interagency collaboration. Kaduna State Governor Senator Ubasani, represented by the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Sule Shraibu, said intelligence-driven cooperation remains central to tackling insecurity in the Northwest and beyond. The governor described the DSS as a key institution for Nigeria's internal stability and commended the service for its role in strengthening national security. For a deep dive into the development, I'm being joined by international journalist Adeni Ikunu. He's, former assistant director of the, we will be expecting a former assistant director of the DSS, Mr. Dennis Amakri. But Mr. Kunu, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Mr. Kunu, it sounds like America is slowly building a case. It's shaping a story about Nigeria. Let me be direct and ask, do you think this is genuine concern about violence in Nigeria, or is it just part of a wider political script where Washington wants more leverage in West Africa?
I want to stand firmly. Is entrenched in the soil of Nigeria to say this is not indicative of genuine concern for my own country. And I'm saying it clearly today because the history, especially in recent times regarding northern Nigeria, and there's become absolutely nothing that can be done at this moment to convince me that the leadership of my dear country, Nigeria, is interested in dealing with the enemies of state. In 2018, let me remind us, when communities in Lugu and Goma woke up to the death of women, pregnant women and children, and some adults alike, President Muhammadu Buhari's defense minister in his first time said they should learn to live with their neighbors. If you look at the recent attacks we have in the northern part of the country, the pastor in question called that they have an inkling regarding the attack to their communities, and the military did nothing about it, and 13 hours after they were attacked. If you look at the past 24 months, there has been consistent killing of people. Please mark my words carefully because this is a global media house. There has been killings here, and I want to tell you something that's been happening in the US here. It is all over the news. Let me tell you, we can continue to hide our head in the soil, but anything that the US takes up, the world takes up. And the people that will be affected by the consequences of the inaction of government will definitely not feel it now until the real fire starts crackling everywhere. So I'm simply telling you here today and now that whatever movement you see them make, it is simply because there's a smoke and there's a fire to their buttocks, and they do not, let me tell you, these people are not interested in calling out these persons by their names and dealing with them. Do you know what I'm putting out to Donald Trump now? I want Donald Trump to ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where is the over 400 names that President Muhammadu Buhari did not act upon, handed over to them by the United Arab Emirates, who have been sponsoring terrorism? That is when you know that these people don't love Nigeria and Nigeria. Excuse me, beyond and above the Christian killing narrative, which is established by facts and figures. The fact that people will be taking motorbikes into communities, attending weddings of politicians, getting turned by politicians whose obvious job is to kill people, tells you that government itself appears to be benefiting from this dastardly act of the enemies of this country.
Mr. Kunu, these are very interesting facts that you are raising when it comes to continuity in government from Buhari to Tinubu. However, let's get back to this bill now. The bill calls for visa bans and asset freezes for alleged militia leaders. But at the same time, Nigeria's own security agencies are still struggling to define what counts as terrorism or what banditry is. So does this show, or does it reveal our weak internal communication, like you were just telling, and also perhaps maybe weak justice system as well?
Have you seen? They are pretending. They just want to avoid the action of the United States. That's what they are doing. Don't be deceived, Donald Trump. These people are pretending. Just like you heard it from one of the